to the new shop. It's not terribly cold in here today, but since I am here, since I have everybody's attention, I've got this heater right here. This is a diesel heater from Amazon, and I have battery pack that I keep in my truck. Not 100% sure if this is going to work, but I'm going to unplug my light and see if it'll run off of this. I wanted to grab a splitter. Let's see if I got a splitter. Man, I didn't bring it with me, and I'm not going to go get it. Anyways, I thought I had an extension cord of sorts. No matter. How much snow you guys getting? Damn, I really thought I had an extension cord. Alright, well, we'll try it. If it works, great. If not, well, I tried. Light's going off. Oh, come on now. Woo! All right. It's back here. I kind of just want to see if it works. I don't necessarily... I know it'll work once it runs, but the heating process takes a lot of... juice. So I'm going to put it right here. And see how much wattage it takes. Plugged in, I've got about half a tank. So let's power this thing on. All right, let's see. See if it'll run off this little battery pack here. We're at 60 watts. Or 90 watts. If it goes over like 120 watts, it's probably not going to do it. It's probably going to kick off. $112. I wish I had another light. Alright, so it's holding steady at 110. So, any of you want to know, this is a diesel heater. It's an RDX Tick. It's $120. Reason why I bought it off of Amazon is because it has it has an 8-liter fuel tank, the biggest fuel tank I could find. It's doing it. Holy crap, it's doing it. $110 watts. I'll be honest, I didn't think that was going to work. So it's peaking up to 120-ish watts now. And it's kicking on. 125. I'm trying to think if I have another light, because my overhead light's another 3-prong. This pack only has one outlet that's a 3-prong outlet. I don't want to start my generator up. I just kind of don't feel like it. Still heating up, 120 watts. See if we gotta go. Yep, still heating up. All right. Woo. Exhaust is hot. It's starting to get hot now. There we go. So now that it finally heated up, its maintenance is about 40. $50 watts. Got some heat going on now, man. All right. There we go. So yeah. Now it's on full blast right now. I don't need it on full blast. Let's turn it down to about half. Yep. Okay, so at half throttle, yeah, that's nice and warm. See, at half throttle, it's about 30 watts. And according to I'm running 30 watts. According to my battery pack here, it could run 2 hours like this. Which isn't too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright. I'm going to actually turn it off so I can turn my lights back on. Did I turn it off? Maybe I gotta hold this. There we go. So now I gotta let it cycle. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes to clear it out. It's gonna cool the motor off and shut down. Oh, it's cleaning itself out, is it? I don't want it to clean. I don't need it to clean right now. I just cleaned it. So what happens with these things is if you don't let it do its power down cycle and let it clean out or clear out, what can happen is the fuel can sit in the engine and can hurt the internals of it and can also clog it up. So the next time you heat it up, it'll smoke like a chimney. Now, my generator ran out of fuel and I had that happen by accident, and I powered it back up after I started it, everything back up, and it was fine. But you shouldn't let it do that if you can avoid it. Usually takes 3 to 4 minutes at the most. No. I'm testing. I'll show you when I turn the lights on. Once this thing powers down. Almost done. Almost done. There we go. Now it's off. So now I can disconnect it. Plug this thing back in over here. Let me plug my lights back in. And there we go. Oops. There we go. Okay, so this is a diesel heater off of Amazon. This one's an RDX tick. I don't know. But if you have your own shop where you don't have heat, these things really do wonders. So I put my shop, put all my stuff in the shed. I have a video about it. I'll show you guys. You can set up your own weld shop in a small shed like what I have here. Now I have a 10 by 16, but I'm only trying to use up half of it. I end up using a little bit more than half, but left plenty of room for storage. And the idea was to get everything away from the house. I was having a lot of dust and stuff sit around, and it was just making a mess of things. Plus, you know, we want to put cars in there, so not as great of a situation as what I thought it would be. So I decided to move everything in the garage. I don't need the garage space for this. And I was able to orient everything that I have with a little... I got rid of some things. I did get rid of some things. But all in all, this is as much of a shop as I need for the stuff that I do here at home. I intended to do bigger projects and stuff, but with life being the way life is, my life took a different direction, for the better. So I travel for work for my job, and I'm not home as much as I intended to be. So, ooh, that's heavy. I don't have near as much time as what I was hoping for to do projects. So the big projects that I had in my head, I wasn't able to do. I wanted to start building more trailers and refurbishing things, but I just don't have the time for it like I planned. So I moved everything in here, and that way when I do come home and I have time, I can come in here away from the house, I can make more noise out here. I can talk louder. You know, it's away from everything. So my suggestion, if you're looking to do some welding at home, if you can, I would say get it away from the garage, because my experience, I store stuff in my garage, things that I like, things that we use for the kids, and every time we would take something out to go, such as a wagon, a stroller, beach stuff, you know, whatever on your mind, I have to dust it off. I have to clean it. So you can see how much time that would take. And again, not only that, it's attached to the house. So when I'm out here at 11 o'clock at night, because I don't sleep like a normal human being, I have to be careful of the noise because it wakes people up. This is far enough away from the house to where me talking like this, running my generator, running welders, grinders, the whole 9 yards, it's not as annoying to everybody who's trying to sleep. I still can't be screaming and hollering and throwing tools. You'll still hear that stuff, but this is a lot better of a situation. So that's what led to this. And I gotta say, I really do like it out here a lot better. I almost feel like it's my own space. I don't know how everybody else copes with daily life, but as we have learned as adults, and if you're a young adult listening to this, listen good. Life sucks. Just sometimes it just does. So some of us cope with life in different ways. Some of us meditate, smoke a cigar on the porch, go out for a walk, whatever your coping mechanism is. This is mine. And I like it this way. I come out here, turn the camera on, talk to you guys, make a video, do the podcast, do some welding. Although today I won't be doing any welding, sorry. I got too many things that I got to get done. I got to wake up in the morning because I don't know what it's doing at everybody else's place, but here it is snowing a lot. So I was supposed to leave tonight, but because of the way the weather is, I postponed it until tomorrow morning. I will leave. We've got a 3 to 4 hour drive. And even though it's still going to be snowing, I'd rather be driving the snow in the daytime than in the nighttime. I got my chains on my truck. I'm ready to go there. So that's it. So I just came in here, clean up. I wanted to test the diesel heater to see if it would run off my battery pack. Now my battery pack, my Grisel thing that I have, I run on my truck. It's a little small for that. As you saw, I'd only get 2 hours of heat. If I had a bigger one, obviously it'd be a lot better. But I wanted to see if it could do it, because I've heard stories about how they take so much amperage that they're just not feasible. And, well, that actually worked out quite well. Come on out of there. Yeah. For vertical welding, is it better to go up? That is a loaded question, my friend. How do I put this? It depends on the application. So, yes, it can be, but also, no, it may not be. So, one thing, and I've put videos out on this before, one thing I don't like when people talk about welding in general is that everybody says one way is better than the other. And that, it's just not that simple. Trust me, everybody in the world wishes it was. But what I can tell you is for thinner materials, and I'm talking anything less than 1/4 inch thick, typically speaking and I'm talking for home applications, for stuff you might be fabbing for yourself, downhill is perfectly adequate. A matter of fact, if you try to go uphill on anything thinner than 1/4 inch, you run a risk of burning through. However, if you're in the professional field, yes, I'm going to put a QA sticker on. If you're in the professional field, you listen to your welding procedure. That's just what it is. So it depends. Home application, anything under 1/4 inch, downhill is probably better. Anything over 1/4 inch, uphill, again, is probably better. But, put that up there. Hey, get back up there. So I hope that answers your question. The position, the direction doesn't really matter if you do everything correctly. For example, I learned in a field where we did pipe welding and for mainline oil lines and natural gas lines, and everything is downhill for the most part. So, and that stuff holds up to 2,500 PSI sometimes. But uphill's good too. Yeah. I'm going to end the conversation there because I could go back and forth all night. But that's my answer to your question, which is very long, drawn out, and hopefully helpful in some way. I really kind of do want to weld, but I really need to go to bed soon. So I guess that's just not going to happen. Put this away. So hopefully here soon. Now I'm going to probably end up doing another live tomorrow while I'm driving. It's more or less just a talk. I wish there was more I could show you. I really wish there was, because there's a lot of things that I do that I would love to show, especially in the inspection field, but it's just so, there's a lot of things that I can't show you because of just legal reasons. That's the unfortunate part. You know what I can do? But I don't really feel like it. Aluminum stick welding. Can you weld aluminum side panel on a Ford? Stick welding? Probably not. I'll be honest. Stick welding aluminum is very difficult. When it comes to thin sheet metal aluminum, I'm not going to say no, you can't, because I'm also the type of person that will say, if somebody tells me that I can't, then I'm going to show them that I can, even if I'm not, I really shouldn't. So I'm going to say, no, you really, really shouldn't. That stuff's thin. And the slag gets in the way really quick. And as soon as you start melting through with aluminum, it causes a giant mess and a headache. So your best bet is a TIG welder, or somebody who knows how to TIG weld. Honestly, this may be an unpopular opinion. TIG welding aluminum isn't as hard as people think it is. The biggest thing is to make sure the stuff is very, very, very clean, and make sure, especially for thinner stuff, you really should be using a foot pedal, because the amperage is going to vary. You're going to start off pretty hot, and then you're going to rapidly lower your amperage because the aluminum gets heat soaked and everything starts melting out. The hardest part about aluminum is that when it gets hot, the whole thing falls out. It's not just one little spot. That's the hardest part about it. So stick welding, aluminum, a thin panel like that, no. Not a great idea. Where's my dustpan at? I don't know. Huh. I need to. All right, well, let me go see. So I put my little desk in here. All my computer stuff is inside. We're gonna make ourselves an office at home because both of us are gonna be working from home a little bit more. I need to put this in, but I may have. So I like when I have my cutting tool. So I have my stand-up bandsaw. This is all I use it for. I never really use. There was another base to this where I could use that chop saw, but it doesn't cut straight. It drives me nuts. So I never used it. Threw it away. I have this. This is just a cobalt circular saw with a steel cutting blade on it, and it works fantastically. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But I have it on a separate piece wood. But that's in the way. I need to slide this further without getting that in the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these out of the way first. Get my cords out of the way. My cords out of the way. It is cold. Kind of wish I had my heater. Kind of wish I would have stored the generator. I can move that forward. That's easy. But I want to see if I'm going to run out of space. It's a daisy. Oh no, I got plenty of room there. What the hell I was thinking? Oh, I know why now. Because if I have a taller piece. So yeah, I can't move that forward, can I? Alright, well. If I do that, I can get these out of here and just move that down. I can move these down a little bit. That's not a big deal at all. And then I can... Okay, well, that's going to be what it is. Plenty of power. Good. And that. And these. And I think I still have some. I don't have any self-tappers. Dang. Slice of this. Still getting things kind of organized the way I wanted in here, which is why I'm in here. I'm not going to be in here too much longer because I do have to go to bed. What the hell's that on my hands? Oh dear. That's stripped. Very stripped. That is very, very stripped. That's very stripped. My goodness. I don't have my hammer. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, no problem. I try. like, at least I know I can put this up here. That's just enough space there. Just like that. There we go. Alright, well, I'll get that later. Probably not, actually. What I'll do is I'll cut my hand and then remember it's there after cursing at it. Yeah, that's fine. That'll wake. I'll reuse this hole. Bang. Get as close as I can. In-ish. Is that straight-ish? Yeah, straight-ish. I can't reuse that hole in that one, can I? Oh well. Get in there. That ain't coming back out. See if I have another screw. Oh, I got self-tappers in here. No kidding. I didn't even know I had these. They're big. It'll work though. I do have another. Oh, I got screws right there. How long are these? Oh, okie dokie. That's long. I got these drywall screws here that I was using for this plywood. I wonder if they're 1 inch. I don't know if they're gonna be long enough. Yeah, they're long enough. It's just to keep it from rotating, right? There you go. Good enough. Now I would like to anchor this down. Self-tappers are not good for wood, ideally, but I don't care. Go for them. Put one in each, because this is actually a steel top. Wait, is it? No, it's not. It's got steel rails. It's not a steel top. Good to know. Well, then I'll just drill a pile bolt for each one of them. Oh yeah, I broke all the small ones on that one. Give it a... Let's go. Oh, fuck it. What's the worst that can happen? I screw it up. I screw everything up every once in a while. Do uno. Right. Well, that's not going to work. That's better. I don't know where the hell that one landed. Wait. I don't know. Right there? Did I miss? Oh, I missed by a bunch. Ah! There you go. Oops. Hole's not quite deep enough. Stop it. There we go. Gotta get that hole a little deeper, huh? Where is it? There we go. Where's the hole at? Oh no. Oh no. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that. Ow! I get it. I think I got it. Next one, these will be easier. Hopefully. Legs white. This ain't any easier. Whoops. Yeah, I think I made that help on myself. I did. I put it right on the rail again. Son of a bitch. I mean, it's in there. It ain't going anywhere. yeah. In there like swimwear. Ooh, my legs. I accomplished what I came out to do. All done. All done that part. Okie dokie then. That problem is solved. All right, well, I think it's time for me to go in and get ready. Yeah, so I got a long day tomorrow. Oh yeah, I need to get some pliers. These will work for now. I forgot, I gotta get this out. I knew I was gonna forget. See? Told you. Half times are just to cut it. I got it. There you go. All right, so I did say I was going to go in, but I now need to figure out how I can I want to use this as my clamp because it's just stronger. Do I just leave it like that? Because then I can clamp this thing wherever I want. I can clamp it like that. Yeah, I think I am just going to leave it like that. I think I will leave it off. The other thing I thought about is pushing this pin out and flipping this around. That doesn't make any sense. We'll just leave it. Because now that I'm thinking about it, it would be easier just to do that. Alright. That's it for me. Yeah, I'm going to clean up and go inside. Go to bed because I'm going to get up early and get my stuff ready to go. And then I'll be driving through this blizzard. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for the questions that you have asked. I appreciate it. I enjoy answering those welding-related questions because, well, I don't do as much welding anymore as I would like to, unfortunately. But open up, damn it. Hey. Hey. Ugh. things away that I have here. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Make sure you tune in tomorrow as I drive through this mess. I'll see you later.